Alrighty, Rams. Our first question tonight comes from @Jason Ortiz, and he asks, which Mountain West team will make a deeper run in the NCAA tournament, SDSU or USU?
Ellison, you want to start this one for us?
Yeah, let me start it off. I have it pulled up here. So San Diego State, I think, would make it farther in the tournament. They even though they lost to Utah State twice in that championship, they still show strides in good numbers per game, good rebounds per game, and they don't allow more points than they score. That's huge. So, yeah, there's other teams out there that are very competitive, but I think San Diego State can make it further than Utah State will.
Yeah, I think I might have to agree with that, too. I mean, like you said, they did lose to Utah State. That was a huge upset for them. But if you kind of look at where they're placed in the bracket right now, I mean, it's not finalized, obviously. There's still a lot that goes into it. But right now they're going to be a number 2 seed if Baylor takes that number 1 seed. And by them taking that number 2 seed, I mean, either way, they're still going to be playing a 15 seed or a 16 seed. So I think they're going to get farther because Utah State's going to be 7 seed, or a 10 seed. They're going to be playing Michigan, who's a 7 seed. I just don't see. I don't think Sam Merrill can carry an entire team throughout the NCAA tournament.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Well, guess who's gonna disagree? It's me. It is me, Utah State. I honestly think that Utah State is gonna go deeper in this tournament, and that's because from what I've seen, San Diego State has been trending downwards since their loss to UNLV, and Utah State has only played better the past 3 weeks. You have to look at how they end this season. I mean, San Diego State, since that loss to UNLV, they haven't won a game by more than 13 points, and they haven't played anybody ranked.
But
right?
Look, Ethan, it's basketball, so it's going to be
it's March Madness.
It's a competition.
Exactly, it's March Madness. So that's why Utah State, I think they're gonna make a Cinderella run. I mean, and they have a bit of a resume. They beat LSU, they beat South Florida, they beat Florida, and they only lost to BYU by 4. And not to mention, they beat the number 5 team in the nation, San Diego State, this week. Utah State has the talent and the caliber to go deeper than San Diego State.
Yeah, you talked about BYU, but San Diego State did beat BYU. They also beat Creighton, who's a great team. So I think that San Diego State's going to make it deeper. I don't think that Utah's going to make it as deep. The consistency of San Diego State, they've stayed in the top so long. I mean, it doesn't matter how many points you're winning by, you're winning games.
No, I mean, you can argue that wherever you want to. But you have to look at how they play those games. I mean, they were losing to CSU for how long?
Most of the games.
They were losing to Air Force going into halftime. They're just trending downwards. I'm sorry, this is what I see.
They could be trending downwards, and yeah, Utah State could be capitalizing on this high that they're on right now from this win. But I just don't see them getting past the first round. I don't think that they can take down Michigan. I just don't. I just don't see it happening.
Sam Merrill's LeBron James is not happening. It's not.
You know,
he needs the whole team behind
him. You never
him.
say never in sports.
Especially March Madness.
Sometimes in sports things happen.
Okay.
Quote by Ethan Bird.
Our second question comes from Ryan P. Malone, and he asks, which NBA team will choke the hardest in the playoffs? Hunter, let's hear it.
I am going to say that the Bucks are going to be the team that choke the hardest. They are the top team. I know they're the top team, but they have the most to lose. So if they have a team in that East that upsets them, that is the biggest upset.
I would like to hear that team.
They're not going to choke, though. It's Giannis. But I do appreciate the sentiment. It's a good idea. Anyway, Rockets.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you right there.
Okay, well, we can just all yell
We've
at
just been hating on the Rockets all
Oh, come on.
the
They're 6th in their conference. They're on a 4-game losing streak.
To the Knicks
great team.
is one of them.
They lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Clippers. They lost to the Hornets and the Magic. Come on. I just don't know what's going on.
I know, but what you're saying, like, it's the Rockets. You got Harden and Westbrook.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been hitting awful threes. I mean, they had the worst three-point percentage since 2017, and I'm pretty sure the last time that happened was from the Rockets too. I don't think that they can do anything in the playoffs.
They're going so much for this. Oh, we're a small ball team. We're a small ball team now. But when when your longest tenured center on your team is Tyson Chandler. I don't know how much I could roll with that, but I can roll with that more than I can roll with the Bucks losing.
Come on, Giannis is going to take this team.
I understand. I love Giannis. I think Giannis is amazing. I love him. I'm a huge fan of Giannis, but they have the most to lose. And
yeah, I get that.
In past years, you've seen Giannis not make it that far. So.
Yeah, but I think the only team at this point that they would be a challenge for them would probably be the Lakers, and that's not going to be until way later in the playoffs. So I don't see them
it would still be a choke
because
everybody thinks that they're going to make it all the way. It would still be a choke if they lose to the
But
Lakers.
a choke would be if they lost to somebody on the East side.
You can't count out the Raptors. You can't count out the Raptors.
No, look
No,
at
you
here.
can't
Like
count
LeBron
out the Raptors.
dominates
They just
the East
clinched
every
their
time he was
playoff
there.
spot,
It's Giannis's turn. Just like Kawhi did last year. It's who else is there? It's Giannis and the Bucks all over the East. Rachel, you going with the Rockets here?
Oh, absolutely. I think they're going to choke really hard.
I think that was pretty quick.
That was easy for me to pick on that one.
Yeah. Closing comments.
I don't disagree with you guys either. So.
Well, Rams, that is all we have for this week. Thank you for sending in questions for Down in the DMs. And be sure to keep DMing us, and we might just pick your question to be on air.
To keep updated with more sports throughout the week, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at sports_CTV. I'm Hunter Fillmore.
I'm Rachel Hallam.
I'm Ethan Bird.
And I'm Ellison Hubbard. Tune back in tomorrow night for more news from the people you know and to see Erica Johnson and Brendan Fairburn talking about which quarterback will have the longest NFL career.
They will also preview the CSU men's baseball team and their games against CU. You won't want to miss it. Until next week, have a great night, Rams.